The 2024 United States presidential election is more than just a contest for the highest office in the land. It is an event that ripples far beyond America's borders, shaping the future of the world in ways both expected and unexpected. In a globalized age, no country stands alone, and the choices made in Washington, D.C. reverberate across continents, influencing economies, alliances, and geopolitical landscapes. Whether it's trade deals in Asia, military alliances in Europe, climate agreements in Africa, or security concerns in the Middle East, the decisions made in Washington can shift the trajectory of entire nations. As the 2024 election unfolds, here's how the rest of the world will be watching. The U.S. is the world's largest economy and a critical trading partner for nearly every nation. A change in leadership can signal a shift in policy that impacts global supply chains, tariffs, and foreign investments. Policies on technology, intellectual property, and corporate taxation will also have a profound impact. Will the U.S. continue to lead in tech innovation, or will restrictions on foreign companies push global industries in new directions? The U.S. plays a pivotal role in international diplomacy, from NATO alliances in Europe to security agreements in the Asia-Pacific region. The 2024 election will determine the future of these alliances and America's approach to global power struggles. The balance of power between the U.S., China, and Russia is shifting. With tensions over trade, technology, and military influence in the Pacific, the outcome of the election will send strong signals to Beijing and Moscow. Climate change is a threat that transcends borders. In recent years, the U.S. has fluctuated between aggressive climate action and retrenchment. The next U.S. president's stance on climate policies will have a profound effect on global efforts to combat this crisis. The world is watching closely. The U.S. is one of the largest carbon emitters. How it tackles climate change will set the tone for global emissions reductions and the transition to renewable energy. The 2024 election also holds significant consequences for the future of technology. From artificial intelligence to data privacy, American policies will determine how other nations respond to the next wave of innovation. Tech CEO, U.S. regulations on big tech companies, data security, and the future of AI will ripple through the global tech ecosystem. A president who favors strong regulation could create a domino effect, prompting European and Asian governments to adopt similar rules. However, a laissez-faire approach could spark a global race for unregulated AI development, raising concerns about privacy, ethics, and security. American tech giants, Apple, Google, Microsoft, set the global standard. But how they operate in the face of increasing calls for regulation could determine the pace and direction of innovation worldwide. The 2024 U.S. election will also shape the international stance on human rights and democracy. How will the U.S. position itself on global human rights issues? Will it continue to champion democracy, or will it retreat from global activism? Advocate. The U.S. has historically been a global beacon for human rights, but there's been a shift in its role under recent administrations. If the U.S. reaffirms its commitment to human rights, countries like China and Russia may find themselves under increased international scrutiny. But if the U.S. steps back, authoritarian regimes may feel emboldened to act with greater impunity. Around the world, citizens are keenly aware of how the U.S. election results could change the course of history. Will America's leadership be a beacon of hope or a source of instability? Polling data shows that the world's confidence in U.S. leadership has fluctuated over the years. Some countries look to the U.S. for direction and stability, while others see its influence as a destabilizing force. How the next president handles diplomacy, security, and global challenges will shape America's standing on the world stage. As the 2024 election approaches, one thing is clear: the outcome will have profound and lasting effects, not just on the United States, but on the world. The choices made in America will shape the global landscape for years to come. The world is watching. Will the U.S. continue to lead, or will it retreat? Only time will tell.